Alright, let's welcome our next performer to the stage. This is his first time here at Bar 13 and his first time doing stand-up. Give it up for Stretch! It's not an airport, you don't have to take your keys and walk out.
What up? I'm Stretch. I've never done this before. I took a train here from New Jersey, so.
Yeah.
My dad, his birthday was yesterday, and he died from cancer 7 years ago, so that was tragic. Every Christmas afterwards sucked. Socks with tears in them again. Thanks, Mom. At least I have something to come into now. Those were my saddest nights. I called those nights tear jerkers. I was gonna go to medical school. Yeah, I wanted to be a doctor, but then I was like, oh shit. As soon as I got my first textbook, I was like, oh, there's way more than I signed up for. I thought I was, honestly, there's way more to medical shit than touching kids all day. I almost died on a boat one time. Yeah, that shit was crazy. It was supposed to be a 2-day sailing trip, turned into a 6-day sailing trip because we didn't prepare. We left with no working radio because we said we don't need that. We're in cell range. But then what happened was we got stuck in a storm. Anchor wrapped itself around the keel. Shit was crazy. We're going like this. Everyone's freaking out. We finally get a signal from someone, and they're like, all right, we'll be able to get you in 40 minutes. I'm like, oh shit, we're gonna die. So we're sitting up. We got our rack. We have our vests on. We're back. Our friend's dad pops. He gets up. He starts scrambling around the room. He starts freaking out. I'm like, what's going on? He says, we might die here right now. I have to get stoned. So we couldn't find a bowl. So what we did was we took a Monster can and we put a carb hole in the front, made some things, smoked out of a Monster can. Eventually, people saved us. Yeah. This one, I used to work at a Ruby Tuesday, okay? And when I worked at Ruby Tuesday, there was this I had a coworker named Tristan, and this dude, Tristan, okay, I'd just be sitting at the podium stand, he'd just come up to me and say the craziest shit. One day he'd be like, you know, the devil talks to me, right? Okay. So if you don't seek me, you know what happens. The Prince of Darkness is gonna come. You know. So then the next day, he gives me a flower. Says, thanks for seating me. And then the day after that, I was racist again. Like, listen here, white boy, you better seat me. I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you. I go to my manager, I'm like, yo, is this how your waiters behave? And she goes, well, unfortunately, we keep losing hosts because they can't handle the circumstances. What? You let these people just attack people? And then one day, he goes up to me, he just goes, I'm gonna beat the fuck out of Charlene today. What? And then he just storms off into the kitchen. Then he comes out. I said, did you do it? He goes, nah. I wasn't feeling it today. This one time, I work at a ShopRite, right? I work at a grocery store. And this guy, Tom, crazy as shit. Have you ever seen a coworker curse at a customer before? Because this dude looks at this one lady, and he goes, yo, right there. Now my job at the time was I shop for people at home. It's like, this fucking bitch again. I'm like, Tom, calm down, she can hear you. He's like, no, she knows, she's a fucking bitch right over there. So now an old lady on her walker comes over. Who? That bitch right over there. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on? So I look, this lady's eating grapes out of the thing. I'm like, you can't do that. She looks at him and goes, Yeah. So. Just bizarre shit. One time I was sitting down, just chilling at a music festival. Somebody comes up to me and goes, "You." Yeah. I know you sell crack. Who said that? That guy over there told me. I looked. There's some dude standing over there just going. The guy looks at me. Then later on, my friend goes up. He goes, "This guy's crying." I'm like, why? No one was selling crack. I remember one time I did meth. It was a drunk. It was a drunk decision. I was pissed drunk. My boy John is like, "Hey, you want to try meth?" I'm like, okay. And I hit it and I start tweaking out. I'm like, bro, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. Is it coming in yet? Then I go up to him like, it kicked. It's like, what do you mean? He's like, what happened? What happened? Did the cop come? I'm like, no. I just teleported. I was like, what? I was like, I'll do it again. He was like, so then I go. Me and him go, holy shit, you did! I was like, bro, this activated something in me. Yeah, I got a lot of drug stories. Have a good night, everyone.
Hell fucking yeah. Give it up for the comedy debut of Stretch.
Good shit, bro.